If you look close at the top, you see a tiny black line in there. See the black line at the top of it, of the porcelain?
Oh, up here?
No.
Inside?
In the porcelain inside, you see a little tiny black line at about 12 or 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Little tiny black line. That's a carbon track. The spark was jumping down the spark plug to ground.
Oh.
It wasn't jumping across the gap.
Yeah.
And carbon tracks, sometimes you see them and they're obvious, sometimes they're not so obvious. If you see them up here, spark plugs jump, because sometimes you'll get a crack and see a black line.
Yeah, and then you won't get any.
That's a carbon track.
Spark.
It's jumping down that crack to ground. That spark plug's running. And if you heat these up too fast, you can create a carbon track instead of cleaning it. So you don't want to concentrate the heat in one spot. You keep moving it around so it warms up equally. And once the motor's running right, these plugs tend to self-clean a little bit when you're at cruise at about 4,000 to 5,000 RPM. See, now it's a pretty nice tan, and the carbon track went away on it. So anyway, if you're going to clean spark plugs, spraying them off a carburetor cleaner, don't make it happen. Ultrasound first, and then a little torch, and gradually heat it up to burn off the carbon. These are, as I say, very difficult to do because the porcelain's not exposed.
Yeah.
It's not as effective as like the ones in those. I guess we should comment when we're doing this, is with the visual inspection, we found the map sensor hose that comes out of the computer and hooks up at the intake was disconnected. With that hose off, it's seeing full atmospheric pressure all the time, which would have the same effect as if the motor was in wide open throttle position, thus delivering a lot more fuel. Like at idle or low RPM, when you have the manifold vacuum, it would lean out the mixture. It's not being leaned out. It's going to maximum fuel enrichment all the time. Thus, so anyway, I don't have a set of them here. I'm just showing Noah how we can do a substitute cleaning.
You want to show where's that hose at coming out of the computer?
This hose right here. And if you look, this hose goes back, and it goes back in the back side of the computer, and that's where the map sensor is, Manifold Absolute Pressure sensor. It does two things. It measures the vacuum in here in the motor, or absolute pressure is the actual term, and it barometric. Those are too hot to handle. This motor is relatively easy to install, especially if your spark plugs are still hot from cleaning them.
Oh. So after you get these started in there, how tight do you want them to be when you really
20
wrench
foot-pounds.
on them? How many?
Spec on them is 20 foot-pounds.
20 foot-pounds.
Now, technically, the spark plug washers should be replaced anytime they've been compressed and you pull them out, though they're very hard to find anymore. Not many people do it. I've been doing this for a very long time. So Mercury guys would have a fit. But I like to go about 25 foot-pounds. And I'm not recommending anybody, though I'm probably teaching bad habits, not putting the torque wrench on here. Hey, you may think the torque properly at 15 pounds. No, so some things I feel torque wrench is absolutely imperative. Now, we are using old washers, so I do want to go a little more than 20 foot-pounds. That's 25, we're just shy of 25 on it. There's the 20 line, so you go to 0. And that would be 20 foot-pounds. And the wrench will click when I get it. Be able to touch under, probably actually about 20. What is important, I guess I should stress that, don't use a regular spark plug or a regular socket, spark plug socket. They're built to help avoid cracking the plugs on it. The way they hold the plugs, they're far less likely to crack. A regular socket, you're most likely going to break some spark.